Another big story in the news today. Firefighters, not fat fighters, were called out to help move an obese person every 4 hours last year. We're delighted to be joined, you think I'm out, Steve Miller, former presenter of Fat Families and director of Fatnosis, brilliant, which is a hypnotherapy weight loss programme. Stevie, how you doing, son?
I'm good, yes. You're in a very jolly mood.
Well, you're not. You're in black. What's the matter with you, you miserable
git?
I
know. I should have put some pink on, shouldn't I? But there you go.
So
anyway, yes.
I always call you the fat man's Timmy Mallet. How are you?
Oh, honestly, trust you. Yeah, I'm great. I'm really good.
Let me ask you a serious question, because it's a serious story today, right? And the great thing about Talk, Steve, is that we're able to be honest. Firefighters were called out to help move an obese person every 4 hours last year. Now, I was slightly flippant going into the break, but I do genuinely and have had an issue for quite a while when people say, oh, we were born big-boned. There is enough to be said that good diet, maybe not a good diet because of social problems. I get all of that, although perhaps too many takeaways, you can cook a cheaper meal. I will always have that opinion. Lifestyle is very, very important. Do you think that the obesity epidemic, and there is one in this country, is the fault of the individual or society? Because I know what I think.
Oh, it's the fault of the individual, without a doubt. And there are different reasons that people have got too fat in this country. Now, one of them, actually, often when we talk about this subject, people automatically talk about what food you should eat and all of that sort of thing. I don't believe it's to do with that. I believe it's to do with our attitude and our responsibility. And in the UK, we are failing on both. We have a negative attitude towards weight, controlling our weight, and we don't take enough personal responsibility. And I'll tell you what partly is to blame for this is this woke culture where we are celebrating the curves, otherwise known as being fat, and we've gone from the kind of we've gone from the catwalk to the fat walk. It's like, yeah, let's all celebrate. If you're happy and you're fat, clap your hands. I don't think so. But that is reality. And what the UK should be doing to sort this out is to use common sense and look at a country where they manage it well. So you look at Japan. In Japan, the obesity rate is around 5%. And I'll tell you what, they don't tolerate obesity. They're straight talking about it. Even employers weigh employees, they measure employees' waist.
So I'm at the doctor's. I'm at the doctor's the other morning with my son. A lot of people will disagree with what we're saying. I don't. I absolutely support you. People will pick on certain words. And there's a mother with her kid who was 7 years of age. I would say he was 10 stone, 12 stone. I think...
Child abuse.
Well, see, you and I are as one. That is crap parenting. You will not be able to convince me that that is not too much lazy, unprepared takeaway food. And I do believe, of course, kids go up and down. They go through puberty. I know all of that. But if you stick your kid in front of a television with fizzy drinks, if you buy them takeout food the whole time and there's no control and there's no fruit and there's no exercise, it's common sense. I do think there's a lot of people who will go, well, my life's rubbish. I haven't got much money. But you've managed to buy the food that ruins your body. So it's a difficult one, really, because the fatter you get, and I'm being honest, the more obese, I guess the more negative, the more sedentary you feel, and it's a vicious circle. But it has to come from within, doesn't it?
It does have to come from within. And going back to the kids, I think, we used to say that underfeeding a child was child abuse. I think we're in a different time now where overfeeding kids is actually child abuse. The problem we have with child obesity as well, though, is that parents are also too fat too often. There are some great role model parents out there, though. I must balance that. But there are far too many that would rather sit in a fast food restaurant, stuffing in the chips, stuffing in the burgers, and allowing the kids to do that as well. So they need to realise, and the other thing, linking to what you're saying, is we love excuses in this country. Mm-hmm. We love excuses. People use I've heard them all, everyone in the cookbook, whether it's I'm on medication, that's why I'm fat. You can still control your weight when you're on medication. underactive thyroid. Yes, it's more challenging, but you can overcome it. So we have to actually close down all of these excuses.
And the reason we're having this conversation, for people who disagree with us, by the way, is that an obesity epidemic in this country, which causes other illnesses like diabetes, which can kill people, which causes a massive drain on the NHS, which is why I've always believed it is an individual thing. Very quickly, Kidder, Fatnosis is a hypnotherapy weight loss programme. Tell me more, quickly.
Yes, well, when I help people to lose weight, it's not about telling them what to eat. It's about their mindset, their motivation. Yes, I use hypnotherapy, hypnosis, as well as motivational coaching and different tools like that. But so there you go. Yes.
What do you say to people who say that you're too blunt and I'm too blunt about this problem?
Well, I mean, if people think I'm too blunt, that's their issue. I think I'm talking common sense. I just think, I'm just a plain speaker with a heart. I've got a big heart, believe me, but I'm not going to wrap it up. If you wrap it up, that's putting people on death row.
I couldn't agree more, although obviously in another life I used to say you should wrap it up the whole time. Steve Miller, presenter, ex-presenter of Fat Families and director of Fatnosis, really appreciate your honesty. What do you make of that? A lot of people will go, oh, that's a bit unfair. It isn't. We have to take responsibility. It's like there's people who go, well, I blame the teachers or the government. No, listen, I think, maybe I'm wrong, tell me what you think. If you've got kids, you have a responsibility to try and show them the right way.